Hello, another week, another conversation. Today we are talking about rejection, whether that is rejection in relationships, personal inspiration. Rejection can cut deeply. But I want to invite you and I to see rejection from different lens. So instead of viewing it as a punishment, I want us to recognize that rejection can be a gift. It is an invitation from God that shapes you and I into who He has called us to be. How many of us have experienced this sting of rejection? Maybe you were turned down for a promotion, perhaps a relationship that you thought would last, but ended abruptly. And we must all agree that it is painful. Yes, in that moment, it can feel like your world is crumbling. But the truth is, rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is a redirection. God sees what we cannot. He knows what lies ahead when we face rejection, and it's not because we're unworthy or unlovable. It is because God, in His infinite wisdom, is guiding us away from something that is not meant for us. And He is leading us to something greater. I want you to consider the story of Joseph. He was rejected by his own brothers, sold into slavery, imprisoned. He endured rejection after rejection. But we see that through it all, God was preparing him for his ultimate calling to save his family and a nation from famine. What might have felt like rejection was actually God's hand at work, crafting Joseph into the leader he was meant to be. So how should you and I respond to rejection? Number one, we must thank God. Yes, thank God. Thank Him for the relationships that didn't work out, the doors that He closed, the people who walked away. You see, it's easy to get caught up in disappointment. But when you and I trust God, and when we trust His hands in every part of the journey, we can find peace even in rejection, right? So rejection often, it reveals areas of growth and it invites us to reflect on our own strength and our weaknesses. So maybe God is pruning you. Maybe He's refining you for a greater purpose. Maybe He is preparing you for something that requires more patience, more faith, or even more maturity. So whether the case, rejection is an opportunity to grow. And I want to leave you with this because this is key. As we go through life, let you and I not be quick to judge others who may be facing rejection. You see, every person that you and I meet carries a story we may not know. You see, the woman at the well in John chapter 4 is a perfect example. She had been rejected by many. She was living a life that was filled with brokenness and shame. But when Jesus met her, He didn't dismiss her or judge her by her past. He spoke to her with compassion, understood her story, offered her the love and acceptance that no one else could have given her. And in the same way, when we meet people, I want to encourage us to not rush to conclusions or dismiss them because of their struggles. I want us instead to seek to understand their journey, their pain, and their rejection. Because you and I have been called to love others as Christ loves us. That is with grace, with patience, with understanding. And by doing so, I believe that we'll be reflecting God's love and we'll be opening doors for healing and connection. So as we conclude this very short word of encouragement to encourage you to embrace rejection, thank God for the closed doors. Thank God for the missed opportunities and the relationships that didn't last. Trust that He's guiding you towards something that's even greater, something that aligns with His perfect will for your life. So as you walk this journey, I want you to remember to extend grace to others who are also navigating rejection. Seek to understand their story. And when you do so, you are reflecting the love of Christ. Because rejection is not the end. It is the beginning of becoming who God called you to be. Trust Him, trust the process, for He is always working for your good. Have a blessed day.